learned from the lesson. Live in the hills, but I still get a spread. Started with a little, but I still reinvest it. Fear how I feel, then you feel like a blessing. I just want the lesson, I just want protection. I'm up and I'm down, but they sound like progression. Farmer never plans if he waits for perfection. Finger to the down, hold it down, we gon' get it. Working to the cover.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got your Watchlist coming into August 5th, 2020, and the stock market is going to get very political. So we had a few things happen today, a bunch of earnings after hours. We still got 100 more in the morning tomorrow, 100 more after hours, not necessarily the bigger companies, but some companies you guys are really interested in. But the market was somewhat volatile, not volatile today. We brought this up. Keep in mind some of the broader ranges and what we're coming off of last week. Remember the Fed, Powell, Amazon, all of that stuff. And now you could kind of see where we're at today. We closed very, very strong, but a lot of the movements have been off of the politics with the unemployment bill, the stimulus, and kind of that negotiation. So we were watching that today. You saw the market react to it. I've been saying this is important. I think it is important. You guys have been watching TLT and bonds. I think this is a visual representation of the uncertainty in Congress. So although the market is focusing on earnings and some other metrics, I think we might see this come up, but this is more of a longer term or I guess midterm indicator. Don't forget, we just started summer. The market will let us know when summer is going to end. So I hope you guys are ready, but there's a lot that we need to talk about. I'm going to go over everything that happened today. I got the keys. I got the plays. We have earnings tomorrow. I'm going to go over the main companies. If you guys have any, post them below. But then I have the ones that I'm going to be looking at and then also the plays that we made today. But I need you focused. I need you patient. A lot is happening here. It's a weird game of musical chairs, so I hope you guys are ready. But let us not delay. You guys know what you need to do. Drop your thumbs up on the video. Make sure you're subscribed. And if you don't know, we are live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. It's the first link in the description, and it's pinned in the comments. We better see you there in the morning. It's free $99. It costs you nothing to join. YouTube.com/thestockmarket. You can post the plays, see the plays, and yes, if you ever wanted to trade stocks and have random fun facts about working out said across your screen and be around people who like to work out every hour, do push-ups, value the wealth of their body, all that, you will find it there, and it's a good place to be. So you should probably do your push-ups too. Whenever you're listening to this, just do them. I don't know why you're not. Well, I do, but okay. And the most important thing you need to do, post your watches below. Let us know what you're looking at. Got any plays, comments, remixes, anything, post them below and source that info. Shout out to Chad, baby. I love you. But right off the bat, the first thing, Congress is a mess. So a lot of things happened today. First, in the morning, Nancy Pelosi said that they're looking at probably it's going to have to take till next week. They said next week to make a decision on this. But then when we saw Kayleigh, the House Speaker, went up, she let it be known that Trump was willing to kind of pass up on this whole no payroll tax. And now why this is important, because today you saw what we said yesterday. Watch out to see if the talks break down or if there's an agreement, the talks are breaking down or at least negative signals are being sent. That's what we got from Pelosi. But now this whole Trump thing with the payroll cut, if he's willing to forego that, Kayleigh said he's more focused on the unemployment benefits and evictions. But literally a week and a half ago, leading into all this, he said we're not doing anything without the payroll. So you could see this as a development. Some are going to be like, he always does it. I can't believe it. But at the end of the day, what it's boiling down to is that we're seeing some sticking points in the deal. You're watching the deal transform before you. And this is what we want to watch to happen, because whatever deal goes through, if there's a deal or if there's not a deal, that is going to affect the market and stock prices. So that's what I'm waiting for. That's the developments we got today. Other than that, there was just a bunch of back and forth throughout the day, but we could conclude it with expect a longer timeline. Markets reacted somewhat negatively. And then when there was another counter news that said that they're going to be working and looking, I forgot what it was that Trump said, but pretty much there was we're not going to get a deal, market dropped. Then okay, we might get a deal, positive job owning. Again, you've seen this before. It goes back up. So it's clear the market's reacting to this. But like I said on stream today, don't get too jumpy. The thing I'm trying to tell you guys with option prices I don't like right now is that you're still in this stupid giant range. So if we're staying in even any level of range, prices won't go up until we break a certain point, or if things even go crazy, even on the upside. So there's still a lot of uncertainty. People want a little bit more clarity, and that is getting reflected through the options and how they are holding value and going up and down and just being overall volatile. So that is the first part. The second thing, a lot of fake news today, a lot of random rumors all across the board, but mainly I got pump faked. This came out, this was across the wire. A lot of people saw this, and it was interesting that it was immediately rebutted, or at least 15 minutes later, that Apple was in the talks for TikTok. I made a play on that. I did a $200 weekly. I got clapped so hard. So that was a bad play, but also it was interesting to see there was that. And then again, now in touch with the final point, watch the Middle East tensions. A lot of stuff happened. There was that Lebanon explosion. God bless them. Please pray for all those people. Very, very sad. But there's a lot of stuff going around. So watch for any Middle Eastern tensions. Watch what's going on with the deals and back and forth with stuff. But it seems like we're entering an interesting time, but when you see stuff like that, I start to get really, really cautious, especially when option prices are like this. So keep your head in the game. Don't get too jumpy, but know what to look for. Again, you see what's happening with Congress. We have our indicators through the trifecta, bonds, all that, but spread and events, watch some of these earnings as they come out, but mainly look towards some of the bigger indicators and just think twice on some of these news headlines when you're seeing them come out, okay? But watch that. Watch out for the Middle Eastern tensions. Finally, in the morning tomorrow, you're going to get CVS, Myrna, W, Regen, Lumber Liquidators, and Humana reporting all in the morning. I like these. So there's a lot more companies. These are the ones I'm pulling out. We can't play them today, but in the morning, they're going to report. These could be potential continuations. And then after hours tomorrow, if you guys want to set up on them, you're going to get Roku, Square, Etsy, Jack, WDC, and ELF. Those are some of the ones that I like that I think will move. I'll go over them specifically, the one that I really do like, but that's what you got for earnings. You got a few more reporting Thursday morning and after hours, but we're hitting Wednesday after tomorrow in those earnings. Get ready. Before you know it, the week is going to end, and then we're going to enter the second week of August. So we have a lot to talk about as far as the trades. I hope you guys are ready, but let us get into the plays. So right off the bat, I have a few ones that I made. Disney continuation, they moved. This is a hit or miss. Disney usually continues like a week or two after, or some days the day after. It could move a lot. So they had an interesting report. You guys could see what they did after hours. I didn't get a full chance to look at the numbers. I've been very, very busy, but this says enough, and I'm sure it's moving within what it was priced in. But watch for them on the continuation. Disney could end up being a good one that moves, given some of the expectations that it had there. A lot of people had coming into this earnings. So that's the first one I'm going to watch for in the morning, see if it pretty much plays out like some of those other continuations like AMD and Qualcomm we saw last week. So keep that in mind. I like that. The next one, Beyond, for sure, I think. So I'm still in that play. Remember, we had that old play. We got clapped on. It went up today, but we could have sold out for like a 70% loss. I said, I'm just going to hold it. I like where Beyond's at, and the fact that Beyond had the report. It went up a little bit, but didn't go down too much. Again, it moved 2%. You come up to the TD, it was pricing in $17 market maker, $19 with implied volatility. So it was pricing in a lot. That's what we saw with Chegg, and that's the final play. That's the one I made today. I did a Chegg continuation, so we did that in the morning. I still think that's going to be a play because this is what I'm looking for. You guys could follow along with me. What I'm looking for is these companies that had high expectations with earnings. They report, don't make a big of move, but they had these high IVs. I'm expecting to play them after because there's people thought they were going to move big for a reason. So I'm hoping to take advantage of that gap between after reports and then kind of realizing what the report was. So that's why I like Beyond. It only moved $2 when it was pricing in 17. That's why we played Chegg. Where is that? I don't have it here, but we made this play today. I grabbed one of the 115 calls at $1.35. It dropped to like 80 cents after I bought it. I tried to catch the first drop, and then they kept dropping. Then it went up, came down. You can see it kind of ended up here, but it pretty much held. But overall, the other day it was pricing in a 20% move. The stock has only moved 1%. I'm trying to take advantage of that. But if I'm wrong and the market overestimated, we will be wrong as well too. Keep that in mind. So that was the first play. I will show you the other plays I made today as well. But finally, the last two plays, one I'm going to like is Walmart puts, maybe even Amazon calls just to play the news. Walmart moved after hours that they're canceling or they're going to delay their subscription service. So that made Amazon go down when that news came out. If you guys remember, it was a few months ago. So there might be a back and forth between that where Amazon could benefit and Walmart comes down. So that one I'm not too certain on. And then finally for earnings, my favorite one after hours, WDC. We saw Qualcomm, you saw Seagate, TXN, all of these other ones. And then there's also going to be the NVIDIA follow-up with that. So So I like WDC. I think the contracts are already expensive, but that might be our earning play. Again, hopefully the best scenario is WDC opens up red and it gets an earnings crush tomorrow. Then we could play it. If not, if it gets an earnings run up, I probably won't play it. So there is that. As far as everything else, after the Chegg play, I did a Planet Fitness play. We got January, so these had a lot of time, and they were very cheap. That's why I liked them, but it was like 100% out the money. Grabbed them in the morning like we said we were going to do yesterday. We flipped those out, got them at 35. I didn't sell them till the end of the day, so it wasn't like a quick flip. This was literally playing that earnings run up. They went up to 68. They even went up higher after I sold, but I sold back 7, more than half, spent $300 for 10 of them, got back $400, $500 for 7, held the last 3 for earnings. That was pretty much it. There was like this EVRG. We tried to snake the chain. Here was the Apple. The fake Apple rumor came out, and I got burned so bad. I went to the back. I was up on it. I just didn't sell. So what happened? That news came out that they were getting that they were bidding for TikTok. It was fake, but it came through the wire. Like, go on Twitter, go see. It was widely publicized. It was very, very weird. And the same place that put it out is the one that Apple rebutted it through. So it came through Axiom. Excuse me, it's Axios. I don't want to Abivy this one for you guys, just so you guys know. But they're just a news site. They're known with press releases. It's just usually taken very, very reputable. So the rumor came out through there, and then it was followed up that they didn't about 15 minutes later. So then right after it came out with Apple, everyone started saying crazier things. People started to say other companies implicating it, and then boom, that fell out. So I got this play, bought 10 of them, spent $240. I was up $200. I went to the bathroom. I thought it would hold up. Again, based on the news, you could even see I went to the bathroom. I made, even though it was a weekly, I put this money in. It's super far at the money. I was expecting some level of continuation. I was not. Again, I got totally caught off guard. And then even as it was getting confirmed that it was fake, you even saw without the price even moving, the premium just got crushed. I was like, all right, I already took most of the loss. Well, should have went smaller in the beginning, but I had to bite the bullet, took the L on that one. Then finally, I thought this was Twilio at the end of the day. This was a fat finger. I just ignored this HubSpot play. I spent $75 because I put in HubSpot thinking it was Twilio. The news was happening, and I was like, oh, that's cheap for Twilio. But it wasn't Twilio, and yeah. So pay attention, and hopefully you guys even see. This is what I talked about. Different contracts, different companies. Like if this was Twilio, I would have loved this at this price, but it wasn't. So not too many trades, made some mistakes. As far as tomorrow, definitely going to be continuations. One good earnings play in WDC, and then following up with everything else, and then as well as any politics, but don't get too jumpy on any of that politic news. But that is pretty much it. Everything else on this list, continuations. Again, Activision earnings beyond continuation. Walmart related to Amazon, and they had some weird tweet about an announcement. I mean, all around just weird. NVAX, they got clapped and then hit a 52-week high. Watch them again tomorrow morning. You're going to get Myrna and some of those. I like the Disneys. As far as the other companies, Roku could be good. This could also be a good pre-earnings run-up. We'll see. All depends on the premium. Jack, I also like food companies and just how it's moved. Damn, 19 to 80, that's crazy. But watch them. Watch NVIDIA in link with the WDC. ELF, again, Ulta. I love Ulta. I don't know. I like it. I'm going to look at it, but doesn't mean I'm going to make a play. And then finally, TLT, like I said in the beginning of this video, I think it's more of a visual representation of the Congress stuff, but it's kind of saying how likely is Congress going to really botch this to create a bad scenario? We will see. Keep watching. But that is your watch list, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're hydrated, healthy, ready to go. Make sure you post your watch list. Make sure we see you there in the morning. I need the armor on. I need the helmet shining. I need you betting on yourself. I need you seeking to get better, not when something bad happens, not when something good happens. Right now, focus. Don't lose the focus. Keep the balance, budget, balance, control, cash, everything. You know it, but keep it slow. We got a long time ahead of us. Stay in the game. Aim bigger. Think bigger. It's game time, ladies and gentlemen. But the Colt loves you. I love you. And we'll see you in the morning. Let's go.